If I were to give you heavy freight, will you stick to taking only your trains? Yes, sir. I'm sorry about today. It won't happen again. Stalling on the hill or compromising a signal block. Francis, you will be handling fuel trains. Of course. Thanks for the help, Justin. I really appreciate it. No worries. Always happy to lend a hand to a pretty face. Oh, that's sweet. If I was interested in men, I might start blushing. Oh, my aching heart. Guess I'll have to find someone else. That Emily is a fine-looking lass. Too bad she's married to Henry. Ah, why are all the good ones taken? My thoughts exactly. All right there, Howard? Tip-top, thanks, Darren. I just got a call from the lumber yard. Those frames we were expecting aren't coming. Why not? Their delivery lorry broke down and they don't have any others to spare. They said they won't be able to send them out until tomorrow. Knock on wood. Sorry. Oh, you've heard the rumors the air museum at Dryall is closing down, and I can't understand why. It always seemed busy. It isn't due to a lack of visitors. Instead, it has been taken over by Elsbridge Airport. What for, sir? They're experiencing a high amount of traffic and need extra facilities to keep up with demand. Sounds like business is soaring. Sorry. Nice to know I'm not the only one who's happy to help out a pretty face. Can you blame me? Not at all. That Daisy is a real rose. Sorry, I'm bad at jokes. Yes, you are. What's going on, Howard? This is a walk-off, Justin. The client hasn't paid us, so it's tools down. The FPS hasn't paid? Did they say why? They claim it was a bookkeeping error, but if I had £1 every time I heard that, I could have bought this station myself. There's no need to be so cynical. It might just be an innocent mistake. Phew, I wish. Yes, I wish that too, and for nothing bad to happen whatsoever. Alright. I'll see you lads later. Bye. I'm glad you covered his wish, Justin. He might have had a magic ladle in his pocket. Put a sock in it, Ned. I already feel like a prat. All right, don't get into a tizzy. I was only pulling your coupling. We took the lunchbox out, and from what I can see, nothing has happened. Fire! Oh, for f***'s sake! Still, like I always say, a good investigator never assumes. Perhaps this was simply an accident. Phew, I wish. Oh no. Behave yourselves while I'm gone. No promises, mate. What? Wake up, lazy bones. Why don't you do some work like me? I think so. I can't deny Reginald was a rather striking chap. I take it as a compliment that you think we look alike. Just as intended. You're a terrible liar, Samantha. Yes, I am. What justification did you have to boot those passengers off your train? He's right, Ivo. You took it too far. I'm surprised to hear you say that, Duncan. You were here last time, and I've wised up since. I suggest you do the same. What happened? You remember the story about how Falcon nearly fell off the cliff? Well, Smudger actually did. What happened to his remains? They were sold for scrap. We then used the money to upgrade our coaches, which the passengers enjoyed. So you did make him useful after all. I guess so. Why are you asking about Smudger anyway? I was talking to Atlas yesterday and the MSR came up in conversation. He then mentioned Smudger and told me the same story you did. If you knew what happened, why ask me in the first place? I wanted to see who told it better, and who did. I won't say. Careful, Duncan, you're sounding like an impertinent scallywag. First Bear, then Reggie, then the Diesel, and now me. Is the monorail the new flying kipper? God, I hope not. I'm surprised you stalled pulling it. I didn't think it looked all that heavy. It wasn't, but the wet rails caused me to lose my grip. Ah, well, it's happened to all of us. However, I don't think it's ever happened on that side of the hill. Oh, come on, I can't be the first. You might be, James. I don't remember anyone else ever getting stuck there. Can you? No, I can't. What do you know? I've made history. This calls for celebration. Maybe we should rename the site to James's Hill. Ho, certainly not. That would only confuse the tourists and outraged fans of the Railway series. Besides, it doesn't have quite the same ring as Gordon's Hill. I hate to say it, James, but he's right. Yeah, I hate that he's right too. Come on, how long have I been working this yard? In all that time, do you know how many accidents I've had? None? That's right. And what about that time you crashed some trucks through a set of buffers? Oh, right. I'd forgotten about that. Just when I thought my day couldn't get any worse. Nice to see you too, Francis. Oh God, don't tell me you two know each other. Would that I could, James, but Desmond here was one of the most unreliable diesels I have ever known. He was always late because he was constantly breaking down. He was the Derek of the southern region. And now I've gone from failure to record holder. Wait, that was you? Your name wasn't mentioned in the paper. I don't know why. I told the reporter what it was. This makes it so much better. I actually get to see your face when you find out it was me. Is that why you're here? To gloat? No, I brought in a passenger train from London. Ever since I set that record, I've had my choice of assignments. Sounds like your career is really taking off. Congratulations, Desmond. Thank you, Henry. Oh, and Scott sends his regards to all of you. You know my brother? I recently had the pleasure of meeting him. He congratulated me for my record, and I thanked him for being an inspiration. He was grateful I took it in stride, said I behaved so much better than my predecessor. So you've met Scott as well? Yes. It was shortly after I broke his record. I said to him, in jest of course, that I'm the real Flying Scotsman. Very droll, Francis. Honestly, Francis, is there anyone from the mainland you haven't ticked off? I hope not. I would hate for anyone to feel left out. Well, it looks like you finally received your comeuppance. Those are some fine-looking trucks you have there. Are they first or second class? I wouldn't expect you to understand, Desmond, but being able to pull coaches and trucks without breaking down makes one a really useful engine. Wouldn't you agree, James? I would if your injector hadn't failed recently. Then there was your cooling system before that. And your fuses before that. And you have the nerve to call Derek a failure. Ugh. All right, that's it. I can't take it anymore. If you're going to have a hissy fit, can you wait until after we've left? I am not going to have a hissy fit, James.